And now we're recording. Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's recording good. All right. So, do you want? Should I go or should you go first?
Well, it's your video. So, I think
Uh,
you should say something first. Because that makes more sense.
all right then. All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Night Reader. Today I'm here with Crash Landing.
So,
Uh, so,
so
uh,
professional. So,
a very talented writer as well as other stuff that you might see
wow.
her in and whatnot. Um, I've I have done a couple of readings of her stories that I'll have a link to it. I'll have the link to the videos down in the description as well as her YouTube and that.
Terrible, terrible YouTube. I don't put anything on it. I think you just link my film fiction page because that's so much better and not my YouTube channel.
Well, they can find they can find it on your fan fiction page. So,
No.
all right, it is listed in there in the description below. So please go check it out, support her, and all that good stuff. As well as I want to thank Alexander, uh,
Alexandrite Ward.
Alexandrite Ward, for letting us read this story and for letting us do this because this is just this is gonna be silly and it's gonna be awesome. And the story we are going to be reading today, which I think we're only gonna do one chapter today.
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
And so the opera Phantom Discord, or also known as the Opera Phantom Discord.
The way he pronounces it. Terrible.
That's because Oprah is God.
S. Got S.
All right. So shall we begin?
Yes, let me just figure out how to quiet this other chat that I'm in. I'll just leave the conversation and have someone put me back into it again.
I don't think.
And wait, my computer is having a mental breakdown. Okay, there we
All right. So, a quick note for this: we did try practicing this yesterday, so that I could get a little practice in, which was
go. Catastrophic? Is that a good word? It's good to say.
a what?
Catastrophic.
Oh yeah, definitely. My reading was terrible. Some I will warn the viewers. I will warn you guys that some of the story does get a little.
It is really terrible. Times. Gritty. How about that word? We'll use the word gritty. That's the word that we're looking for. Because the time period that takes place is gritty in itself. It makes sense.
Yeah. Even though it's a really amazing story, and I really want to continue reading this. But yeah, it is just a viewer discretion is advised. It doesn't start getting to that like within the
second chapter.
Second chapter, a lot in the third. But
yeah, a lot in the third.
a
lot in the third.
Well,
I forgot.
You guys will know when I start reading kind of weird, so. I'm gonna.
When we start cracking up, that's when it gets bad.
Yeah. And I am gonna be doing the reading. I'm gonna be doing the narration, as well as she's gonna be doing the voices because I can't do voices to save my life.
I'm even doing the guy voices. Yeah.
She's even doing the guy voices, so.
Just an inside joke with my friends that I can do that I can do guy voices, which I can't, but it's so funny.
This is gonna be. This is gonna be
Let's
interesting.
just begin.
All right, let's begin.
Don't die.
I will try not to. Maris Prance. Story summary. Fleur and her violinist father came to Maris Opera House in the hopes of making their musical dreams come true. However, all hopes are shattered after Fluttershy's father is kidnapped by the infamous Phantom. She boldly enters the forbidden caverns, willing to offer her life for her father's. A dark,
Betrayal. Or
A
trail.
dark portrayal of discord and a very villainous portrayal of blue blood. The two sisters.
Suitors. Not sisters.
The two suitors of
Suitors.
Fluttershy. Yes, because of course blue blood and discord are sisters of Fluttershy. And that is indeed canon, so you guys could write your ships now. Well, still, while they're still fine. Over time, the two figures dressed in simple, pleasant clothes, gazed up in the massive cathedral. North Main, one of the figures, a young mare, standing in the rose window in then. God damn it all! It's gonna start again all over again.
Fascination.
Fascination. Fascination watching the sun hit the glass, causing a rainbow of colors to illuminate the pavement below. The other figure is standing who was entering the winter of his
Continue.
life. Smile at the filly next to him. Ah? Smiled at the filly next to him. Hello? Looks like we lost her. I know what to do.
I said the line. What the?
Yeah!
I said the line. What?
Alright, your audio quality kind of changed. What did you do?
Said the line.
What did you do?
Are we gonna start? Can you hear me? Yes? Okay.
Could someone hear you?
Okay. I don't know, I didn't do anything.
No, it sounds
I think
weird.
the internet is just terrible. Okay.
Ah,
Can you hear me now?
Well,
I don't know what happened.
there you go.
I'll fix mine.
It's sounding better already. Alright,
Alright. I unplugged my mic and then
Huh?
sorry, I had to I unplugged my mic just so I could say.
The other figure, a stallion who entered the winter of his life, smiled at the filly next to him.
Maris, Fluttershy. We're in Maris. Maris.
The mare whispered, her eyes still focused on the beauty and majesty before her. They were actually there in Maris, just as they had always dreamed. The stallion sighed and put his arm around the mare's shoulders, gently guiding her away from the majestic cathedral.
Come.
He said.
We must get to the opera house, for that is a treasure in its own right as well.
Fluttershy nodded her head, although she did not look away from the cathedral until they turned the corner. The two walked quickly amongst the busy merchants of all social classes, from the wealthy who ruled the carriages to wore fur and
Silks.
I did the same thing yesterday too. I feel like I'm just
Yes,
gonna do all the mistakes again. Have I learned nothing?
You're doing better. It's fine.
Oh, really. The wonder that Fluttershy saw the city. No. Yet none of it
Tarnished.
None of it tarnished the wonder of Fluttershy saw in the city. Finally, after a great deal of walking, the two reached the residence they had come to Maris in the first place. They stood it. The beautiful and majestic opera.
House. Opera house. Not Opera house. It's not Oprah's house.
Standing next to Oprah's house. Jesus. Opera house. A treasure in its own right. Just as old ponies had said, they gaze up at the
Architectural.
architecture. God damn it again. Architectural masterpiece. The breath escaping their throats and wait.
What? Grotesque.
I wasn't even close. Grotesque stone ponies stared back at them. Celestia was lost in its wonder, but also felt a strange shiver run down her spine. Was it possible for buildings to have eyes? She knew it was a foolish notion, but still, it seemed almost as if they were staring back at her, searching her very soul.
Fluttershy?
The mare woke from her trance with a slight jump.
Yes, Papa?
He gazed her. He gestured. He gestured. He gestured.
Esther. You had it the second time.
He gestured. Yep. Gestured.
Hmm?
Gestured.
Esther.
He just he gestured for her to follow him. Oh, okay. As he already several feet away ahead of her. Fluttershy blushed and quickly followed, helping him up the steps towards the front entrance. They had came to Maris with hopes to start a new life. Fluttershy had been born and raised in the country. Her father was a musician from Sweetland, who had came to Prance with the hopes of playing in the great orchestra. However, because he came in the purpose of his dreams, he met a beautiful French mare. He met a beautiful French mare, and the two fell madly in love. The mare, Fluttershy's mother, was the daughter of a wealthy architect.
Aristocrat. I'm not even looking at the screen and I knew that word.
Aristocrats! And Fluttershy's father had little money, barely enough to please the mare's snobbish parents, who normally refused the union.
Naturally.
Who naturally refused the union.
Yeah. Fine.
The two ran away in the country, where they were married by a village priest. They kept themselves hidden and praying that the mayor's family would not discover them and force them apart. It would seem, however, that instead the mayor's parents cut her off from the family completely, never once attempting to consider
Correspond.
Never once attempting to correspond with her. But despite the sadness, both of Fluttershy's parents made their lives and home a happy one. Fluttershy did not know a day when she wasn't loved, and while some would examine Fluttershy's humble childhood, and upbringing with the
Stain.
Brigging with disdain, Fluttershy wouldn't have had it any other way. Yet, at this moment, as both she and her father passed through the guard doors of the opera house, for the first time Fluttershy began to feel somewhat embarrassed about who she was and where she came from. There was only a few ponies in the Grand Hill, but the ones who were there were elegantly dressed in suits and dresses of fine linen, silk, and lace. The mares wore hats and tall plush feathers. And the stallions wore top hats and carried handkerchiefs in their suits' pockets. It was the luck that both Fluttershy and her father received that caused her cheeks to burn red. The luck of ponies who was thinking, "You didn't belong here."
Papa,
Fluttershy whispered rather timidly.
perhaps this isn't a good idea.
Her father, who lost in the awe of the room and unaware of any hostile look, turning her graying head swiftly, looking at his daughter as if she had announced she hated music, which was far from the truth, for he knew his daughter's greatest passion was music.
What are you saying?
He hissed softly, pulling her off to the side.
You thought coming to Maris was a wonderful idea. Why are you so against the thought now?
Fluttershy bit her lip and looked around, trying to ignore the elegant stallion and mare who regretted the two of them with disgust.
I don't know if we can fit in here.
She whispered. She whispered. Feeling her cheeks burn brightly, especially at the look of her father's grave, as the look at her father gave her after she uttered the words. Yet before he had the opportunity to say anything. The pony in the maroon uniform, I got it that time, maroon uniform, and a busy black beard approached before the two of them.
May I help you?
The stallion asked, although anyone could tell by the tone of his voice that helping a pony was the last thing he wanted to do. Fluttershy's father smiled and gave a short bow.
Monsieur, I have come with hopes that there may be an opening in your company's orchestra. I'm a violinist, and while I do not like to boast, I've been told by many, including nobility, that I play exceptionally. In fact, I studied music at the conservatory. Yes, 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 that is all very well.
The uniformed stallion muttered, waving his hoof to stop Fluttershy's father from babbling.
And who is this?
The stallion asked, nodding towards Fluttershy, who timidly hid behind her father.
Oh, my daughter, a fine singer, if I may add. We don't need any singers.
The stallion grumbled, ah.
What was that?
I'm
You added a weird syllable at the end of that word. And I don't.
grumbled, ah.
That's what I laughed about. Okay. We have too many singers as it is, if you ask me. But there may be a place for you, monsieur.
The stallion then muttered behind him to the door to lead off down a dark corridor. Ah.
The managers are watching a rehearsal for next week's opera. They would be the ones you would truly wish to speak to. I don't know if they will hire you. The season has already been planned, but one of our violinists has gone missing.
Gone missing? Fluttershy's brow frowned at the news. Missing? What did that mean?
I would not wish to take another pony's place.
Fluttershy's father began, but the stallion in the maroon uniform quickly cut him off.
Just go through that door, but be very quiet. Fleur De Lis is rehearsing.
Both Fluttershy and her father exhaled. Looks from the name. No, exchanged. Both Fluttershy and her father exchanged look at the name, and they bowed their heads in the uniformed stallion.
Is Fleur De Lis a great singer?
Fluttershy quickly asked before the stallion turned away from them. The pony grimaced.
Yeah.
Grimaced. The pony grimaced.
Some would think so.
Ah. Her father quickly pulled Fluttershy to his side and hurried through the door the pony had instructed. It was a long, dark corridor, and the further they went, the louder the singing became. Fluttershy felt velvet rub against her arms. She realized that she was surrounded by black curtains, and up ahead she could see bright lights. Including the stage, the singing grew louder and louder still, reminding Fluttershy of the time of her father had taken her to the seashore, that they had seagulls squawking off the cliffs above. Her father stopped, and the two gazed through a silver inn, the curtains of the beautiful illuminated stage. So this was what it was like, she thought. She had encased in the word of a black velvet.
Got the word.
Color, velvet.
Is that a color?
Is velvet.
No, that's violet. That's not velvet. Velvet is a type of material.
What the hell was I saying?
Violet is a color. That's purple.
Velvet. What is that? Violet?
Violet is purple.
Black violet? Ah, I got you.
That word is velvet. That is the word velvet because that's what the curtains are made out of.
Velvet.
The back of the curtains, but whatever.
Black velvet. Strangers quickly lowered and left
Elaborate.
elaborate. Because that's a word. And left elaborate scenes by thick ropes and heavy saddlebags. and a few feet in front of her, the stage bathed in golden light, where dancers swirled and singers lifted their voice to the heavens. It was a dazzling picture of rhythmic chaos.
Those must be the managers.
Her father whispered, pointing to the two ponies who dressed in defined suits and exchanged notes with one another. Oh my god, don't tell me.
Continue.
I really hope I've been recording this whole time.
Oh my god.
Cause when it disconnected the microphone.
Oh, come on. Why do you not need... Is it recording?
Yeah, I think so. It says it went back to the microphone. Hey, if you guys can hear us, leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Or a like. Or a subscribe.
Yeah. Because I'm so fucking professional at this. Jesus.
Why do you not use Audacity? Because that's so much easier.
Yeah, but I need to record the chat as well. I would use Audacity, but I don't know how to record. There's
like a bunch of buttons at the top. It's so easy.
I know how to record normally, but I don't know how to record like the desktop stuff like that.
Why do you need to record the desktop?
So I could record your voice.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't use it for that, so I really wouldn't know how that would work.
Oh.
I think my friend knows how to do it. I'd have to ask him though.
I recorded
smart.
a couple of videos, but I kept on forgetting to check if I recorded the audio. So just blank audio, and it's just my voice over it. And oh my god, that pissed me off because I would do like a session of 1 hour and realize that I didn't even record the music of the game, so I was just like, fuck. Anyways, where were we? Dazzling, eliminated. Beautifully eliminated stage.
No, we were at pointing to two ponies who were dressed in fine suits and exchanging notes with one another. Really? After those must be the managers. That is what I had said.
Strange Who's quickly lowered the left.
No. No. That's not where we are.
Alright, right. It must be those managers, right?
Yes, right after that. That's where we were. Or in that sentence.
Her father whispered, pointing to two ponies who were dressed in defined suits and exchanged notes with one another while examining the stage.
Wait here,
he said, before quickly moving off to the side in hopes to have an audience with the stallion. Flush had barely heard a word. She was lost in the spectacular before her. She was lost in the
spectacle
before her, while gaze out through the curtains was nothing compared to sitting in a box, or so she assumed, as she had never been in one. It was as if she were gazed at the prize of the world the few could see, and indeed, this view of a strange felt very scary.
Sacred.
I
Hey!
do not know what I just said. She jumped at the sound of the gruff voice. Oh yeah, this is Cranky, right?
I'll do it. It's fine.
Hey!
No, you cannot do voices. Only I will do the voices.
I've been practicing.
I'm an actor. An actor.
Alright, got my voice nice and relaxed here. Alright. Okay, this is my recording for Cranky's voice. Alright?
No, please don't. No, I don't.
Let me just try. Okay? If it doesn't work, then
No.
you can do it. If it doesn't work, then you can do it. Alright? At least let me try doing Cranky. Alright, here goes.
Oh my god. No.
No, no. Like, do I have a buzzer or something? Because that deserves a buzzer.
There you go.
Fail.
Alright. I'll practice some
0
more.
out of 10. 0 out of 10.
No, I think AGM will rate that like 10 out of 10. Perfect game of the year. Perfect jump scare. To jump at the sound of the
Jump
gruff
scare.
voice. A strange hoop grabbed her by the shoulders and whirled her around to face him.
What are you doing back here? No one is allowed back here.
Lucia was terrified, especially when she smelled the alcohol.
Sewer.
Huh? When she
I'm like thinking of something from acting class. Should I do that really dumb joke from acting class? Yes. Okay. Continue.
Okay. When she smelled the alcohol and donkey's breath. On the donkey's breath. His hooves were large and dirty, and the pressure of her shoulders hurt. Then he seemed to look at her differently, with a toothy grin spread across his face.
You must come with me, little one.
He slurred.
No, thank you.
Fluttershy whimpered. Whimpered.
Wriggling.
Wriggling her
Yes.
Wriggling her shoulders out of his.
Come on, cranky doodle donkey won't hurt you. So creepy.
Come on,
You just got married.
You gotta say it more creepy.
Okay. No, I don't wanna.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
Do you want me to do my Chrysalis voice? That's the best I can do.
Won't hurt you.
My creepiest voice is probably Queen Chrysalis.
Oh, do it. I've never heard it.
Oh, what? I'm trying to remember. It's like, No, I can't do it. I can only do like certain words, and it only works. I'll try later, when he talks later. Let's continue. Just continue.
I'm trying to remember the song on her wedding day.
Oh, This Day Aria?
Yeah.
This Day Aria? That's like the best song ever.
I can't remember. It's been so long.
This Day Aria? That one?
This is gonna be perfect.
This is not, there's no singing parts in this right now. Continue narrating.
Alright. He reached for her again, but Fluttershy quickly moved out of the way, causing the stage hoop to run into the prop, which made him lose his balance. And before he fell completely, he grabbed hold of the piece of scenery and the whole thing came crashing down. There were several screams of dancers.
By dancers?
Screaming in the background. There were several screams.
That was the best noise. I don't even know what that noise was.
That was perfect. There were several screams by dancers, and none compared to the cry of the paranormal Donna.
Prima Donna. We went over this yesterday. Prima Donna, first lady. Stage. Okay, fine. Had to start singing that.
Prima Donna, who was nearly knocked over by the crashing piece of scenery.
Fleur De Lis, my darling!
A rather rotund pony raged. I think I said that wrong.
Rotund. That means like fat.
A rather rotund pony. A rather rotund pony. Really? Okay. A rather rotund pony reached for the shaking singer, who was fanning herself as if to keep from fainting. However, the second the stout little pony reached her side, she pushed him away and seemed perfectly fine.
What in God's name is this?
Jesus, my ear!
Sorry, was it too loud? I'm sorry.
No, I had it too up. That's really done a little bit. But no, scream. Do it, scream. What in God's name is this? The mare screamed.
I don't know if my neighbors are upstairs, so I'm just not. And my dad's over, like, literally right behind me, so, in terms of room, so I'm like, I'll just be quiet.
Just bring the microphone closer to you, and then just, I'll enhance.
My window's open. My window's open, so it's like, yep, hear me, neighborhood.
They're just gonna be looking at you like, what is going on?
There's no one else. No one is outside, so it's fine.
What in God's name is she talking about? The mare screamed, pointing at the crashed out of scenery. Every pony else was at the loss for words. including the two managers, who were simply staring in horror at the stage. Fluttershy turned a deep shade of red, knowing she was in full view for everyone to see. Her father shared the same expression of horror as he locked eyes with hers.
You!
Fluttershy jumped as she realized the guard mare was addressing her.
Who the hell are you, and what the hell are you doing here? Oh, whoops. There's no here. Whatever, same difference. I'm sorry. Whatever.
Fluttershy was scared speechless. What could she say? A simple story wouldn't necessarily do good at this point.
Who are you?
The mare demanded. Everyone was surprised, including Fluttershy, when the voice that spoke came from the old stallion standing next to the manager.
1,000 apologies, madame. It was an accident. My daughter didn't mean... Your daughter?!
I was about to read that. Your daughter?
Please don't. Continue. Please continue.
Both Fluttershy and her father regretted the words the second they left his place.
And who the hell are you?
She demanded.
Senora, please do not stress your lovely voice. Shut up! That voice crack works so well, and I don't know why.
Fleur De Lis backed at the manager, who attempted to ease her.
It's your time, Turner.
He gave a deep bow.
And this is my daughter, Fluttershy. We have come with hopes that I may find a place in your orchestra, as I was just discussing with these gentle colts. My daughter has a passion for singing, and we're hoping that she may also find work in the chorus.
And amazed Fluttershy with how calm her father spoke, despite this mare who looked ready to rip one's throat out.
Is that so?
Fleur growled, her voice not as loud, yet even more menacing.
1 second!
That's not the word. So how you guys' day going? Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. It's like, okay. Did you finish that sentence? Did you finish that sentence? Do I have to say indeed now?
Yeah, you go.
Indeed!
Yeah. You should take a break after that. It's just like that was too much. Cried one of the managers, quickly stepping in as he was a tall stallion, middle-aged with a dark mustache.
Monsieur Turner may help us as Monsieur Caramel has been missing for quite some time. We are in need of a violinist to fill the stallion's place. Quite so.
We're going to remark the other managers, the simply older, the remarkable, similar gentlefolks.
After all, Senora, was it not you who mentioned yesterday that it was impossible for you to find your notes due to the missing violin?
Wait, there's a missing violin?
Well, that's because the person's not there.
I know, but find your notes.
It's a missing part. Violin. That's what they're saying.
So they need to get that part of it?
Oh, never mind. I could just...
I'm lost. I don't get it. Alright. Flutter's eyes turn into the slits. As she gazed upon the managers.
I do not need musical help of any sort. My talents are gifts.
She spat.
And as for that pony and this little country bumpkin...
She rotated, looking upon Fluttershy with fury.
I will not perform on this stage with knowing that this stupid, clumsy...
There was a loud groan. There was a loud groan, and suddenly a figure rose from a heap of black curtains, slouching as he came to his feet. Don, don, don.
Cranky Doodle Donkey!
The manager said at once. The stage hoof turned to look at the ponies on the stage, because he's a stage. All of whom were staring at him with surprise.
What?
He hiccuped.
The donkey is drunk!
One of the managers cried. Is it my time to shine? I'm gonna do it! And it was he who caused the accident? Did I do it right? If you could hear me, you keep cutting off.
Working now? Okay.
Did I do it right?
I
And
being
it
I
was
don't
he who caused the accident.
and it was he who caused the accident.
The others shouted.
Shame on you!
They both yelled. Cranky Doodle Donkey simply looked confused. The retaunt pony, who was shown great concern for Fleur De Lis, early stepped forward and slapped Cranky Doodle Donkey hard across the face.
You nearly killed my beloved Fleur De Lis!
He accused. Wait. So who is Fleur De Lis?
Fleur De Lis is the prima donna. That's
No,
her other name.
I know, but who's playing her? Like,
What
what
do you mean?
character is playing her?
What do you mean?
Like, is she an OC or is she like?
No, she's a character. She just doesn't talk in the show. She's that one character that's leaning against Fancy Pants in that one episode.
You didn't get fancy pants.
Yeah,
This
she's Fancy Pants' girlfriend, I think. I don't know.
Alright.
That's what most people portray her as.
I forgot
Okay.
how Fancy Pants looks. I'm gonna search him up real quick. Fancy.
You drunken lout! Apologize to her at once and then leave this place immediately.
I completely misspelled Fancy Pants. Fancy Pants.
It's 2 words. Some people spell it with 1 though. It's with 2 words most of the time though.
I ended up getting the Flash game, Fancy Pants. Fancy Pants Adventures 4-3.
Okay, continue. Fleur De Lis rolled her eyes.
Oh, so that's Fancy Pants. Oh, so that's. Oh!
You forget things. You're stupid. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not that.
Oh, so that's the.
No,
Okay,
that's an actual
okay.
character. Actual,
Okay.
okay.
Hopefully, I ended up putting an image for those people who don't know what it is.
Fleur De Lis rolled her eyes. That is where we are.
And. The drunken loud apologized to her at once, and then leave this place immediately. Her delays with her eyes, dude.
No, we're at Fleur De Lis rolled her eyes. That is what you're supposed to say right now.
Fleur De Lis rolled her eyes.
Do shut up, Fancy Pants.
He groaned. However, the managers worked quickly to argue with Fancy Pants. Agree. Fancy Pants.
You did this yesterday. It's the opposite that you want. It's not argue. It's agree.
What can I say? My brain changed words. The opera, leading tenor.
Indeed, you are fired, Cranky.
Cranky Doodle Donkey's only response was another discouraged blah.
No, disgusting belch.
Blah.
Belch.
Blah.
No, it's belch. That's the word.
Blah.
It's another one for burp.
Belch. There you go. Blah.
So you see, madame,
Fluttershy's father quickly intervened.
it was all a mistake. My daughter had nothing to do with this accident.
Fleur De Lis hated to propose wrong. Fleur De Lis hated to be proven wrong, and she hated it even more when she couldn't have her way.
If we must have a new violinist, then so be it. But I will not have that mare share the same stage as me. Of course not.
Both managers quickly appeased. Fleur De Lis gave one final glance at the petrified man. Not terrified, because then, well, she is terrified, but in another way. But what am I saying right now?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention. It's like I was not paying attention to what you were saying. I was getting food.
Then turned on her heel and exited the stage, a Fancy Pants right behind her. Everyone let out the long, weary sigh of relief.
Turner,
Addressed Flynn.
you must understand this is a trial period. We don't normally hire stallions right off the street. There are plenty of ponies out there who play a violin for a few coins, but we but we are desperate right now for someone to film Monsieur Caramel's place. I understand.
He whispered.
The way you said that just started making me. I don't know why I started laughing.
Wait, what?
The way you said it, like, he whispered. Like,
He
that's how you said it.
whispered.
Okay.
Because I gotta make sure the mic is picking it up.
If Monsieur Caramel does not return, and you do as well as expected, you may stay and take his place in the orchestra.
Then the teller of the two managers added. Fluttershy's father gave another low bow.
Thank you, messieurs. And my daughter? Yes, your daughter.
Both managers grumbled, looking at Fluttershy was desperately trying to help some of the stage hoods and dancers with fixing the fallen set.
You're in no need of singers. Our chorus is quite full and the season is already scheduled, but
Slim glanced at the mayor.
we may find some place for her in the costume department or something like that. Oh, thank you, messieurs. Thank you. So, yes.
Slim muttered with a wave of his hoof. Not a hoof.
Seek Madame Luna, the dance mistress. She will help get the two of you settled. Come, Flam, we must talk. I'm afraid there's been another note.
Slim rolled her eyes to heaven.
Not another one. What are his demands this time? The usual.
Slim muttered.
And then, of course, some others as well.
The two managers slack off. Is the part with you know who gonna be on this story right now?
What?
Is the part with you know who's gonna be in here?
What do you mean?
Of Discord?
No, that's beginning of next chapter.
Oh, thank God! But oh no.
I'm the one that has to read it.
And you gotta read all the lines this time.
Alright.
You gotta read all of it.
Fine.
Yeah. The two managers slacked off, grumbling and complaining all the way. Fluttershy then came to her father's side, looking hopeful for him.
So, will they let you play?
He smiled at her and nodded his head, although his smile quickly changed.
I'm afraid I couldn't get you a place in the chorus. I'm so sorry. Oh, Papa, please don't apologize. I do not need to be in the chorus. Matters more that you can play as long as you've always dreamed. My child, you have dreams of singing on stage, have you not?
Fluttershy shook her head, although it was flat-faced lie and her father knew it. She did have dreams of singing on the stage, but there were more important things, such as getting food on the table. And right now, their best chances were of her father. He sighed and put his arm around his daughter's shoulder.
Come, we must find this Madame Luna. She is to help us find lodging.
Fluttershy nodded and followed her father, although before she did, she felt an odd, eerie feeling, as she were being watched again. She looked up at the boxes and saw nothing, her imagination running wild again. She muzzled. Yet she couldn't help but wonder if such a place, and old and majestic as this, could be haunted. Her mother read Gothic romantic of mysteries tales to her as a child, causing Fluttershy to stay awake at night afraid of what the darkness would bring. That's messed up. Here, let me read you a bedtime story. That's gonna scare you. But also,
I think it's not scaring her. I think it's just like, yay, darkly princes and ghosts. That's cool. Like that would kind of scary.
to stay awake at night, afraid of what the darkness would bring. Oh, her mother would scare her. Jesus, it was
Also,
foolish. Huh?
Yep.
Yep.
But also filling her with excitement at the turn of every page.
Wait, what?
You skipped half of that sentence.
Oh, I knew that.
Sure.
Paul's Fluttershy to stay out. No. Her mother read Gothic romantic and mystery tales to her as a child, causing Fluttershy to stay awake at night, afraid of what the darkness would bring, but also filling her with excitement and turning up every page. It was she knew, but the place seemed to resemble so many of those tales. The thought of ghosts was rather exciting, and perhaps even a little romantic. Her father called her name, and she quickly turned and hurried after him. Yet gazing one last time at the auditorium mirrors, Maris, they were truly here. And they were in the Maris Opera House, and she was standing on the stage. She sighed dreamily, imagining what it would be like to perform. But her sigh turned to one of sadness. That was all it could be, a dream.
Yay!
Ah!
Yay!
That wasn't so terrible.
This is why we call it an undramatic reading, because you're not going to edit this.
Of course.
As that just takes too long.
And you guys could see that I need a lot of edits in my video. And sometimes I actually read the story twice because the first time it doesn't come out as good. So that's how come it takes me a while to do readings. But this took us about 48 minutes. Or about 50 minutes to do.
Yeah. With technical difficulties, because my mic is a piece of poop. Yay!
Oh, we were even having technical difficulties before we started the reading.
Yep, that was terrible.
My PC wasn't working. My mic was just cutting off everything, so I'm not even using my mic.
And the connection was terrible.
Even more so terrible. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Leave a like if you did. Dislike it if you did. It's all cool. Subscribe and whatnot. Please check out Crash Landing's channel. It's down in the description again.
It's lame.
Mine is lame too. Mine is a bunch of hoo-ha and whatnots.
Better than mine. You check out my fanfiction, which also has my YouTube channel on there, but my fanfiction's so much better.
Yeah, check out her fanfiction. Check out my deviant art if you guys want. I do drawings sometimes. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I already said that. And I don't know. You want to say something?
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir. What is that, like water?
No, it's goodbye in French.
I know French too. ¿Cómo estás?
That's Spanish.
Oh, thank God I didn't read because I was just gonna butcher the words. Because last time I read it, was just like so insulting to British people.
Yeah. Should we do the next Should we do the next chapter?
I don't know. Do you want to continue doing the next chapter? But it's gonna have to be in another video, though.
Of course.
Of course.
Sure. Yay! I have my window open now. I sit right next to my window, so that's gonna be yay. I'm eating a cookie. Wait.
Alright then, let's end this video. Alright, if you guys like it, please leave a like. If you didn't, please leave a dislike. Show your support by leaving a comment, telling us what we should read next, and all that good stuff. Until then, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Hopefully it's gonna be uploaded tomorrow. This video can be uploaded tomorrow, because my internet sucks. And the next one after that, and whatnot, and see you guys in the next one. It's so terrible. Say goodbye. Or
Bye.
use your Spanish words.
Friend.
Alright then.